Her nigga looking so stressed, you need to give that shit a rest. I be fly as shit, I got an S up on my chest. Gotta check the time, you know I keep it on my left. When I'm on that grind, you know I keep on getting checks. Can't pick up the phone, you know you.
We are going to be talking about our top 4 NBA offseason moves. This offseason. I mean, the offseason just started. There's been a lot of moves being made, right? And so we're gonna have our top 3. We're gonna have one honorable mention, and we're gonna work from the bottom up. And I'm gonna go first. So, like I said, what's good, the chicken? I know damn well you mad that Brad Beal left. I'm mad. See, people over the years been getting it twisted that I don't know why that. Like I've been such a big Brad Beal fan. Like I feel like I talk about Bradley Beal every time I get a chance. And I get why people think, I thought I was a Wizards fan, which I was rooting for the Wizards. I'm a Bradley Beal fan. I am no longer a Wizard. I don't cheer for them. I'm sorry. Like I'm very happy that Brad Beal left. I've been waiting for him to go to a championship team. Anyways, let's get into the actual. All right. So my number 4 offseason move is the Rockets. It's between drafting Amen Thompson and signing Fred VanVleet. Both of those moves are going to improve their team. They shouldn't be bottom of the barrel no more. There's no excuse. They should not be no top 5 pick because they have a championship point guard, even though he wasn't starting, but he was still a big factor in the Raptors championship. And then Amen Thompson has, I think, the second highest ceiling. I mean, tied with Scoot. I think he has the same ceiling as Scoot Henderson, personally. Obviously, Victor is, but I think the Rockets made a good move this offseason. So my number 3 move of the year is going to be Kristaps Porzingis going to the Celtics. I think that was a great acquisition by the Celtics, even though they had to lose Marcus Smart. I think gaining a unicorn. Marcus Smart wasn't a unicorn. I'm sorry. Like, he was good at defense, but he wasn't, like, nobody was really scared of Marcus Smart. I'm sorry. Like, nobody game planned for Marcus Smart. Kristaps somebody you have to game plan for, even though he's the 3rd option. You have to game plan for this 7'3" dude that can post you up, that can post score, that can shoot from the outside, pick and pop, pick and roll. Like, as long as he stays healthy, I think that's a championship type signing. I think that's a good big 3 right there. My number two pick. Oh yeah, and then you said what are they going to do with Al Horford or Robert Williams? I wouldn't be opposed to both of them playing, like one of them starting. I think Kristaps at the 4 is their best bet for the mismatch. And then I think you're muted. I think you're muted. Marcus Smart was Defensive Player of the Year and Hart. I feel like he was their Draymond. I can respect that. I definitely can respect that, but I don't think Marcus Smart is Draymond level. Like I personally think Marcus Smart is replaceable. I'm sorry. Justin, say something real quick.
Yo,
there you are. Yeah, I can hear you.
I bet.
Yeah,
I agree with you, but I got so my questions for the Celtics this offseason is DJ White, I think it is, and then Malcolm Brogdon at the point guard.
Do they still have
they
Malcolm?
Can control them. They should,
right?
Unless he only had 1 year left on his deal, but I think they should have him. I know Pritchard said he wanted to get traded this offseason. I was one of their backup point guard, but he got like no burn in the actual playoff rotation.
Aiden Pritchard.
I can see why he would want to leave. So, yeah. I mean, I just want to see how they got the core still there. I just want to see how they build with Kristaps in there now.
Right.
Because to me, I feel like you got to give him proper touches.
Mm-hmm. If he's going to make a difference, he got to get some touches. No real question.
No, but I like the list so far. Let me see what you got.
My number 2 is going to have to be, even though I really don't think he's going to be as good as people say he's going to be. Then again, I don't want to be that guy that says that. But Victor Wembanyama is my number 2 offseason move of the year. Because if he is what he says he is, he's supposed to be a top 10 NBA player of all time. So that can't be brushed off the shoulder. Like, anytime a guy that comes through apparently supposed to has had more hype than LeBron James coming in. That's what I've been seeing. So that has to be a top 2, offseason move. So they're not going to I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs this year unless they trade for Damian Lillard, which I think that's still on the table, but I don't think that's gonna happen. They're not making the playoffs. So I'm interested to see I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm interested to see what they want to do this year. Cause I think they got a nice little young squad right now. You know, with Trey Jones, they got no, I'm just playing. Them niggas, they got a bunch of role players right now. Victor, I expect him to go like 20 and 10 this year. If he's supposed to be the best ever, I need 20 and 10 in like 2 blocks. I want to see all NBA defense off rip. I think he can do it. 7'4", he moves. He should be that guy. But that leads me to the number one offseason move of the last decade is Bradley Beal getting traded to the Phoenix Suns. That was a championship move, right? A lot of people say, "Oh, well, Bradley Beal is just the worst version of Devin Booker." Okay. I've heard that so many times.
I'm talking about it. I don't even know if that's even a comparison. And somebody's gonna probably argue that comparison, but they're both great at what they do.
That's what I'm saying. They're both great scorers. They're both great playmakers. I mean, they both are good leaders. I mean, that doesn't sound like they're gonna.
One franchise is completely worse than the other franchise. Let's keep it a bean.
Yeah. Washington is poverty. But
you know what I'm saying?
I think this move right here, like I said, the thing about the NBA is no matter how stacked your team is, you still gotta go win the championship. And it's still only gonna be one team. And I just like that. People forget Bradley Beal's elite because we never see him in the playoffs. That's the thing, though. He was in the playoffs 2 years ago. He averaged 31 points per game, got his team to the playoffs. Granted, they went up against the number 1 seed Philly, and they lost in 5. But I mean, he was in the playoffs, and he'd been in the playoffs 7 other years before that. But like you said, people forget very easily these days. This is a extremely recency biased society, right? If you're not doing shit within the last 5 months, then it's really like, did you ever do anything? That's how it seems for people. But they're gonna find out. This is a playoff team. If they don't make the playoffs, I swear to God, I don't know.
Man,
but
they're gonna make the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
They do in the playoffs.
Exactly.
And
So
where they seeded to. I will say it depends on where they seeded to, because I do expect them to be at least
top
1
3
through 4. And they should be.
Yeah. I'm calling 61 and 21.
I'm 60 games.
Yes, I need a 60 ball, man. It's too good. And then the fact that they kept DeAndre Ayton, niggas sleeping on DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, I get it that ego is a part of the mesh of a team, but with DeAndre Ayton, his value has diminished, and so he has a reason to play good. He has a reason to not have his ego take over. I think he's trying to get his value back. He knows that he's not going to be in Phoenix for the rest of his career. This is probably his last year in Phoenix, or last couple years in Phoenix, if he even makes it through the season. But he just has to focus on doing what he's supposed to do. Everybody knows he's not going to be dropping. He's not going to be averaging 20. That's okay, but show the potential, right? Show the potential that you can be a defensive anchor, right? And you can score when you need when it's needed, and that you can fit in whatever. I mean, and he wants a ring. If you want a ring, just play your role, man. And we could be good. They could be great. And then they throw in it doesn't even matter who the 5th person is. They probably gonna just sit in the corner. That's probably what they should do anyways. But yeah, I'm calling 61 and 21. They got to get to the Western Conference Finals, or else it's yeah. So that's my offseason moves, man. Let me hear yours.
So I agree with the draft. I believe that Houston is doing well with rebuilding. I don't even know about Jalen Green right now, but that's all.
Oh, bruh. Yeah,
I would get that boy up out of there.
Yeah, he might. The craziest part is I saw a second video today. I saw the first one. The first one.
They in high school.
Yeah,
I feel
but
like that was in high school, but
I don't
yeah,
remember it
I'm
ever.
not going. I'm not going to judge. No, I'm not
Right, right,
judging.
right.
But at the end of the day, if we talking about
Whoa, whoa,
basketball and
hold on,
those
hold
are
on, hold
the
on, hold
same
on, hold
teams,
on, hold on. My fault. James Del Bruin said Dame Time South Beach, let's go. Don't tell me that shit just happened.
nah,
Hold
it
on
ain't
now.
happened. He
Hold
wanted
on.
to happen. Man, I get the updates. Shams be hitting me. That's what it hit me. Nah,
I really
nah.
thought that's it was going
Yeah,
down.
I like the Houston move so far. I think that they have some plans. They made some good moves early. But Fred VanVleet, I like Fred VanVleet, honestly,
Yeah,
personally. On him in the Western Conference is going to be different.
that is gonna be.
More guard play in the Western Conference. So I will say this, honestly, but number three, I might have to go put the Warriors up there because to get Chris Paul, Jordan Poole, in my opinion, I think Jordan Poole was becoming a distraction after he got paid, which he
Yeah,
deserved his money because he's that caliber of a player. You know, we're not going to short his money, but I don't think he was a fit for that. But they're trying to keep and build like so they're going to keep that same three, bro. They're going to retire there. At this point, it looks like it.
oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I
That's
don't
what it
really.
sound like. Look like they might as well. They did that thing, bro. That's a real dynasty. Might as well give
Yeah.
them all their
So
respect.
let Jordan Poole go to the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? Let him.
Poverty.
If he's really like that, he'll average 30. If he's really like that,
He won't
you
though.
know, he'll average 25 plus. You know, because Kuz and him are two different positions, but I feel like they both could average 20, 20, high 20s. I'm not going to say who's going to average more because it's the Wizards. I really don't
Yeah,
know who has the ball.
they're gonna be in the
But
bottom. They're gonna be in the bottom of the barrel team. All right. Before we
but
move on,
he
let me
needs to
see.
prove himself.
He definitely does.
So
Before you move on, I just want to read some of the comments, right? So, yeah, James, yeah, he said manifestation. I get it. I get it. You got to speak that into existence because the Heat are cheap as hell. The chicken said the shit with Jalen Green was more sus than AD's locker room bit. I would agree because AD was doing
I
was.
mean, it's probably the most sus thing I see. It's not even sus. I mean, what do y'all want?
Yeah, I think that's a little
It's
past
in
sus,
plain
bro.
sight.
Yeah, like that's actually just what it is. Jane said, "What do y'all think of Dylan Brooks and Bane new contracts?" Yeah, Justin was just talking about the Rockets. What do you think about it?
I like Bane's contract
Bane is
because I
good,
think he's
very
a
good.
humble guy. He deserves that money for
Yeah,
sure, and he gets to it.
he gets to
Dylan
it. His
Brooks, I think he
big
deserves.
football ass.
No, he really do. It's weird. It's weird. But I think Dylan Brooks deserves his money too. But he this will be probably his biggest payday of his career. I don't think he keep going. Like I don't
Yeah,
see him keep going up.
yeah. I
I
think
think
he's
this is
ceiling.
kind of like he called out LeBron. You know, he did what he needed to do to make sure he got paid this something, which is the. I
He got
mean,
paid though. 4 years, 80 million.
no,
That's generational. If you do it right.
so definitely understand. And you need players like that in the league. I'm not saying he trash, but you know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Dylan Brooks.
yeah. He's he's
But
like Otto Barter. All right, yeah, yeah. Get on to you.
number two for me, I would say it's really the Portland Trailblazer situation
Mm,
with Damian Lillard because I'm a fan of both sides of this trade, whatever happens, because I really like the scoop pickup
yeah,
for Portland. I want Portland to rebuild. If they keep Anthony Simons too, which I don't know if they are long term.
right.
I know he'll play this season. But if they keep those two, I think that's a good young backcourt.
I know
I
they
think
kept Jeremy
Anthony
Grant.
learned a lot. hmm So I like Portland being young and just letting them rebuild for another 5 years. Just let them just go in a rebuild mode.
Right.
But for Dame, I think he needs to go to a contender. I think he deserves to go to a contender, but Portland kind of says they want to play hardball a little bit. You
Yeah.
don't really want to send them
Yeah.
directly to
That shit's sad.
so
It's really sad because you should hey, dog tweaking back here.
it shows business of business.
It
What
really
young
does,
brother say?
bruh. It shows like you said,
Business,
business is
man.
business. Because niggas get mad when you force a trade out, but when you show loyalty for years and years and years on end, and then you want to get traded out, now they like, well, sorry, we didn't want to do that, so we're gonna do what we want to do. Like, just go ahead and
No
trade him to
offense,
Miami.
no offense, but Portland kind of should have. Dame and CJ, in my opinion, was never going to be. They didn't have enough capital to go against the Warriors, bro. Because I'm looking at the backcourt, the Dame and CJ situation, they could never really get over the hump with Steph and Clay. Like that's a hard cover. Like
Yeah.
just in the West, getting out the West. And
So you think Dame should go to the
I
East?
thought that, I think he should go to the East, and I think that Portland messed up with Dame when he was younger. I think they should have went and got like an athletic wing, whatever they could to get that wing next to him, that three guard that can. I mean, it's really a guard, but that wing can potentially have the ball in his hands to make plays, but primarily score.
Yeah.
I think having CJ and Dame was just like 2'6", 6'3" guards. That Klay Thompson's 6'7", bro.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like it's like he's rising up regardless, and that's where it really gets it.
Yeah.
But that's number two. I want to see what happens in that situation. But number one, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and say Wembanyama.
Mm.
What's up? Let's see what what the. I'm not even gonna say hype. Your number one pick at this point is not even hype. It's about what you can produce. You've already a pro. You've
Right.
already shown yourself at the highest level overseas, um, and international play. FIBA basketball. So I want to see. I really want to see him play and develop. I really don't really care for this season because I want to see the off-season preparation
Yeah.
next season.
I
Because
hope
we're
he
gonna
stay
see his
healthy,
raw.
bro. I really do.
Right, right. But like, look at Giannis. They show like first 5 years or 6 years of his league. He went from like 190 to like 250. And I'm not saying he's Giannis. They're two completely different players. But even Chet, after his injury season, he gained 15 pounds or some 15, 20 pounds. So
Yeah.
I'm saying for Wembanyama, I just want to see him grow into his frame a little bit more. We can handle that nightly contact. It's 82 games. It's different. It's the most like games in any league for real, for real. And it's going to be a test. And playing with the Spurs, I don't expect them to be contenders, but they're going to start putting pieces around him for sure in the next 2, 3 years for sure. So like, I really want to see him grow into his size and his body and just be ready to take that contact and play. Because I mean, the best fives are pretty physical. Jokic is physical and Embiid is physical. The best fours are quicker because they're kind of hybrid. They're kind of hybrid fours. Like Jason Tatum will slide and start at the four. So it's. I think that he definitely a star in this league. If he's healthy. Yeah, he's if he's healthy, he's gonna be a star in this league. But he's bro, it's just that I'm not a big fan of that style of risk, if that makes sense. Like Kristaps Porzingis, Chet, I can name a lot of those type of players, but KD is the only KD I've seen. You get what I'm saying? So Yama is I don't even want to put no type of feeling on him. I just want to see him play his first season and then watch him grow in that next off season. That's my assessment. I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to do it. Book if Book plays point, I mean Book. Book is a savant when it comes to like just knowledge, IQ. If you really watch his game, like if y'all stay up on the East Coast, I know West Coast watches the games, but if y'all stay up and watch his games,
Looks-
everything is lab work. Like it's not like his. He probably got the smoothest game at the two guard position in my opinion.
Yeah, he's
Well,
he's
he's playing
different.
both. He's playing combo now,
Yeah, he's
but
won. He's
and that's the
won.
thing. He can create. Yeah, he can create, and that's the thing. Like he's such a threat. And he's really keying in on defense now, team defense. I'm not going to say he's a defender, but I'm saying like he's setting the
Team
tone for the
defense,
team.
right? And
Yeah,
that's what
like
it's going to
making
be
sure
about.
everybody's on point. Right.
Aiden's going to be a
So,
defensive anchor. Kevin Durant. Like Kevin Durant plays defense. Like I don't know why people be acting like KD don't play defense when he does.
he definitely, bro. He can guard any 3, 4. Honestly, some of the softer fives, like I
Right.
don't want him on the bet like Embiid or nothing like that. But
Hey.
like some of those fives, like if he gets the switch, I'm cool.
Like
I'm
Wendell
cool.
Carter
We'll
type
live.
of guy. No
Yeah,
offense.
like
No
we'll
offense,
live.
Wendell, but I think KD might be able to check you.
You know what I'm saying? For a couple possessions,
And Beal, I mean, like I said, people forget, but Beal played. He locked up Paul George in the playoffs and got them up out of there. Back in 2017. But I mean, that was 5 years ago, 6 years ago. But he can still play defense. The reason that people think he doesn't play defense because he was the only person on the Washington Wizards for the last 3 years. Like, how can you exert yourself on
Might have been the
defense?
only one playing defense. He might have been the only one playing defense.
That's what I'm saying. And he couldn't even go all out on defense because he was the number one option. He was supposed to create and score. Like, so it's gonna be a little different when you can be Bill's gonna be doing a lot of catch and shoot. So his defense is he's gonna have to lock in on defense. And I think he knows that. And I think that's what's gonna happen. I think y'all gonna be surprised with their defense. I think the Suns will be a top 10 defensive team in the NBA, personally, because nobody has to go crazy on offense.
Their second team is defenders.
Yeah. What is their second? Their second team is Cameron Payne. He put his whole body on the line, even though I think he's trash. He's a pest.
But exactly. We don't need you to do nothing, but don't turn the ball over, initiate the set,
Right.
and play defense.
They got Eric
That's
Gordon.
all he literally does. Exactly, and he's really pause. He's really rock solid, like on defense, like really because of his lower body.
Yeah.
Like nobody really wants to. Eric Gordon vet, bro. I'm good there.
He's
Who's
good.
Who's
Three. We got Caleb Bates Diop out of Ohio State. He was a great three. He was on the Spurs last year. 40% 3-point shooter. Can guard 1 through 4 kind of guy. So I think we're gonna be good there. And then they got. Hate that they had to get rid of Torrey Craig, bro. What is Torrey Craig gonna do? Torrey Craig.
He's really more of a bucket, but he didn't get enough touches on that team. He's not that not on that team. You're not going, but
yeah, Torrey Craig. I'll lose Torrey Craig, but who? And then they at 4 off the bench they got Eubanks, or is that 5?
Did they let go of Okogie?
No, they got Okogie. They still got Okogie.
Yeah, they straight, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. They got the wings, and they just as long as I'm sure they probably signed somebody else for some more depth for a minute.
right.
But I like that team on paper. Now what happens in the season is they need to be healthy, and Book has to step into that. Like this is gonna be a defining moment and a defining season for him.
Yeah, because everybody has already said this is his team, so he got to act like it. Even though he got two, that will be the best of both worlds. If this could still be his team, meanwhile having two other Hall of Famers. That's 3 Hall of Famers in my opinion. I don't care. Bradley Beal is 160 points away from being the leading scorer in Wizards history. So, and he said he was gonna go back. That's the crazy thing. He's gonna go back and break that shit right before he retires. Yeah. 160. What is that? 160. That's 5 games, 6 games.
That's a 4 game.
I'm
I was
saying.
going to give him 440 balls.
Right. By the time he's ready to retire, it might have to be like 5, 6 games, 7 game maybe. But I think he's gonna do it. I just very excited about the Phoenix Suns. This is literally my first year in my life.
You know what's crazy? They will retire him a Wizard though. They will love to retire him.
Respect. This is gonna be the first year in my life where I am able to root for a team that has championship promise. like badly. Like I don't even count rooting for LeBron because everybody loves LeBron. Like, and
You saying like just like the team that you've been rooting for, or the guys you've been rooting for?
Like I came in the league, like I've been rooting for Bill for 13 years. Like this ain't no bandwagon.
He got jerseys
Signed.
Day one.
This ain't no bandwagon, right? I just follow Bill.
Florida Gator guy.
Exactly. So this is my first year, being able to root for a championship team without feeling like a bandwagon. Like I said, I like Patrick Mahomes.
I remember the Jordan Brand Classic.
That's what I'm saying. That's when I found out about boy. They said, yeah, Bradley Beal going to University of Florida. I said, oh, okay. That's my guy now. Ever since then, been rocking with my boy. Now,
that's a 15-year time period.
I'm saying, and we finally here, bro. Finally here on the championship team with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel just won a chip. 3 years. What? He won the bubble chip. Oh yeah. Come on, man.
He's sneaking them chips in, bro.
He really did sneak one in. But yeah, so it's an exciting year ahead, and I think the next time we talk, I think we should actually make it a team grade, like teams every offseason moves, and we gotta wait to see what happens with Dame, because whoever gets Dame is gonna automatically move into my top 3 team grades of this offseason. I mean, that's a great. The chicken said, what you think about Dudu Westbrook, 2 years, $7.8 million contract compared to all the other contracts? I think that is the most disrespectful contract in a long time.
He took the pay cut because they trying to get somebody.
They trying to get Dame, right? Bro. Wait, that wouldn't even make sense if they got Dame.
They're not going to be able to get Dame. No, they're not trying to get Dame, but they're trying to. Right now, what the Clippers need, in my opinion, is depth. They need depth off the bench. Bones Highland is coming off the bench right now as a point guard, and I saw that last year, and that wasn't. Russ can be a backup point, and he can control that unit. So if they go get another solid guard, that's cool.
So you don't think they should trade for James Harden?
Overall depth. I would love to see it, but I don't know if they got that much money. I mean, they're the Clippers; they'll go in attacks, attacks.
It's enough. That would be crazy.
It depends if James Harden want to play ball. Like James Harden, like. Put it like this: Devin Booker is a way more serious James Harden. Like the transition from the 2 to the 1, like James Harden can still get you 20 and 10, bro. But like it just looked like. Remember when I said in the playoffs, if he sells, it's gonna look bad. Like, it's going.
He really did too. That was sick.
I just don't want him to sell. Kawhi Leonard is a champion, and I mean, he don't got to prove himself. Yeah. Paul George, I think he wants a ring in LA. He has the opportunity to play. He's playing with Kawhi Leonard.
Right.
So if they get those boys together, think about it though. Think about it. They all from LA.
Right.
James Harden, Russ, Paul George, and Kawhi are all from LA. Yeah. Now that is a team that would probably naturally just bond.
Yeah, I don't want to see that though. I can't lie. I need the Suns to stay together.
You can't say that. No. You can't say that with the Suns.
I want the Suns to stay big though.
No.
That would scare me. I can't.
James Harden might get people. Like, James Harden cannot play James Harden basketball in that team though. Like it needs to still like James Harden has to play a game where, you know how he lets Embiid work out.
Yeah.
He has to be able to space the floor and let Kawhi and Paul George work out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the difference between James and just I'm bringing up Beal again, but that's the difference between adding a guy like James Harden and adding a guy like Bradley Beal. Like, yeah, Bradley Beal has been controlling the ball, but he can spot up in that corner.
He knows how to, exactly.
And knock that shit down. Harden not no corner ball. He not no, I'm sure I don't even know if he can, like, I've never seen Harden just spot up in the corner and shoot. And I just don't think that's his game, which is okay. Like, he's one of the greatest ISO players of all time.
He need to stay at the top of the key.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard is going to be in the mid-range. Kawhi is going to be on the wing and in that mid-range.
Free throw line.
Paul George is going to be on that wing.
Yeah.
But for real, it's not even going to happen. Like, they don't got that much bread. But for real, if you wanted to see it in 2K, I'll show you that. They'll go against the Suns for real.
For real. We about to play 2K Actually, like right now.